If you're overwhelmed thinking about the downsizing process and don't even know where to start, don't worry. I'm going to walk you through this process one step at a time. For many families, downsizing aging parents feels overwhelming, to say the least, before it even starts. There are decades of belongings to go through. There are emotional conversations to be had. Basically, there are a lot of moving parts. And when everything feels complicated, the hardest part is often just figuring out where to start. So today I'm going to walk you through a simple step-by-step approach that can make the entire process much more manageable. If you're new here, my name is Meredith Davis. I'm with the Wildflower Properties Group, brokered by KSP. I'm a real I'm a realtor here in Houston, Texas. For over 16 years, I have helped families navigate major life transitions that involve their homes. Downsizing parents is one of the most emotional and complicated moves that most families will ever go through. But over the years, I've noticed something very important. Families who approach this process, dare I say, methodically, or who take a step-by-step approach, tend to have a much smoother experience than those who tackle everything at once or those who unfortunately have to act on the defense. So today I want to give you a clear roadmap that you can follow. So the first step is start the conversation early. The best time to start talking about downsizing is before it becomes urgent. When families start early, then parents have time to think about what they want for their next chapter of life. Starting the conversation early also helps the decision feel more like a choice for them rather than something that is being forced by circumstance. So start the conversation before life forces you to. Second, focus on lifestyle, not just the house. Instead of starting the conversation with something like, where do you want to move to? Maybe try asking, what kind of lifestyle would make life easier for you? Would less maintenance be helpful? Maybe it's being closer to family or having a home without stairs. One stories are typically easier. When you begin with lifestyle, not the actual house, then the housing decision kind of naturally becomes clearer. So the third step is create a realistic timeline. Many families underestimate exactly how long the downsizing process takes. So sorting through decades of belongings can take weeks or even months. Depends on how long they've been in the home. Building a realistic timeline removes pressure off of everyone, and it allows the process to happen thoughtfully instead of frantically. So if you've been in the home for longer than 10 years, know that the emotions of the process will slow the entire process down. So step 4, start sorting early. One of the most helpful things families can do to begin decluttering long before the move. This can be done slowly. One of the best recommendations I have is to start one room or even one closet at a time. If you start small, it's less overwhelming. Small progress over time makes a huge difference. And step 5 is building the right support team. Downsizing often involves several professionals. You're going to need a realtor. What about movers, organizers, estate sale companies, or donation services? They can all help lighten the load. They are great resources. So having the right team makes the entire transition way less stressful. One of the things I always tell families is this: downsizing isn't about shrinking someone's life. It's about preparing for the next chapter of it. So when families frame the process this way, it changes the entire tone of the experience. Instead of feeling like something is ending, it begins to feel like something new is beginning. Start early, focus on lifestyle, create a realistic timeline, and build the right support team. Sometimes it's not a plan that drives the decision, sometimes it's a moment, and that moment changes everything. So know that the conversation is the moment. Try and start the conversation early. Watch this whole series. Hopefully I can offer some help. Again, know that you're not alone, and I look forward to seeing you in the next series. Thanks.